Getting ARVs to children must be our priority.
How old is Sudi now?
I'm 16.
16. How long has Sudi been on treatment?
4 years.
4 years.
Sudi was 13 when he began treatment, and by then, his physical as well as internal growth had been stunted. Even though Sudi is 16, he looks 9. Undoubtedly, if Sudi had been able to access AIDS treatment early enough, his body would have developed. Sudi had become deaf because of a severe ear infection. He had learned to lip read, but it was the look on his sisters' faces that told him things were not good. What a painful life that little boy had.
Sudi, tell me what it's like for you when you go to school.
Wasikiaje wakati waenda shule?
Sudi?
The teacher said he cannot teach a student who is very sick, so he needs to stay at home until he becomes better.
They won't let him go to school.
Hawawezi kukubalia walimu waende shule. No, they won't let him go to school.
Why did
He lost his mother,
Na kwa nini? Walisema kwa nini?
became very ill himself, was shunned in his community and at school. And eventually, 1 week after our visit, Sudi died. I want to know a little bit about you. I want to, just ask you about yourselves. And tell me, where do you live?
I live with my siblings, and there's 8 of us. Our parents died when I was 12, and we pretty much had to take care of ourselves ever since.
Wow. And are you the oldest?
Yeah.
The worst day of the year is Christmas. I remember I once spent a blackout Christmas. There was no electricity, there was no food, there was nothing. We actually slept on Christmas. Even on New Year's Eve, we slept. We had nothing to do, but the one thing that keeps me going is that I've always been positive.
You can't stick around your misery for too long, You have to go on, because the more you cry and the more you feel pain for yourself is the more you feel useless and you don't do anything. As the oldest guy, I have to stand up and stay strong for my other sibling.
So how do you do it when you're taking care of your brothers and sisters? How do you take care of them?
Each day was a struggle to survive, and you'd wake up in the morning and think, oh, I'm alive for today. What's next for the next 24 hours, This man knocked at our house and he said that he heard that there were kids living here who didn't have anyone to take care of them, and he told us about Carol and everything, and that's how we met. That was our saving grace. Yeah.
We heard about their situation and decided to rebuild the orphanage. I toured the building in process and heard of the amazing home that they had envisioned, with rooms like a bedroom where they could sleep in, a real bedroom, and a place where they could do their homework after school, or a great big hall they dreamed of being able to sing in. It's gonna be beautiful. They're gonna be proud to come home.
Yeah, they're proud even now.
Wanna please, wanna keep, wanna treat your woman right. Not just do, better show that you know she is worth your time. Yeah. You will lose if you choose to refuse to put her first. But she will and she can't find a man who Why is that? 'Cause a real man knows a real woman when he sees her. Yeah. And a real woman knows a real man ain't afraid to please her. And a real woman knows a real man always comes first. That's right. And a real man just can't deny a woman's worth. So how do you feel about AIDS?
You won't actually know much until you spend a day with one of the orphans. Just spend a weekend. Don't bring your makeup, don't bring your cell phone, don't bring money, don't bring food and anything. Spend one day, and there you'll understand what we actually go through. What orphans go through when you sometimes wake up and there's no breakfast and you go to school. Just spend a day over, just sleep over, wake up and just eat from the same pot, and then people will actually understand, because people are actually misunderstanding what AIDS is all about, what being affected or infected is all about.
In my words, I could say AIDS is this disease that God gave us to challenge it. Do you want a disease to win you over, or do you want to win?
Go.
Who are suffering just like me.
And what do you pray for?
I want my children to grow up nicely, especially the young one who haven't got a baby, to take some more studies, you know,
yes.
If she can, and she can do something for themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, before I die. And I wish when I die, somebody can look after my kids.
Yes, Gogo. Thank you, Gogo. The Gogo's grandchild too. And it's very hard. And she's very sad. And how does she manage to take care of all of them? And Sister Rose said her biggest fear was, what's gonna happen when she goes? There's nobody else there. There's nobody left. Everything that we've seen, it just seems like there's a whole lost generation. A whole generation. It's lost. You know, we see these kids raising themselves. You see these grandmothers raising these kids. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But all I know is, like, if we're not crying for them, then who's gonna cry for them? And if we're not speaking for them, who's gonna speak for them? All they kept saying when I was leaving, don't forget us. Please don't forget us.
Say peace. Say what's up.
And we want to have legal aid, so when you don't know where else to go, who else to turn to, you can come here. You see what I'm saying? You see what we're trying to build here? It's a full center for the care and treatment of AIDS, and it is incredible. It's empty now, but we can build something amazing. I know He watches.
And as a community, we can absolutely join together and make this a beacon of hope, so that no one ever has to die alone and in shame ever, 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 ever again. So thank God.
What inspires you? What inspires you?
What inspires me is every woman in the world who's had difficulties and found it in herself to persevere and stand up to it. Women like Carol, women like Oprah, women like me, yeah, who just found it in themselves to be the rock around somebody else, because life is really too short to live for yourself. Strength is not measured by how many times you've fallen, but it's measured by how many times you've gotten up and gone back and doing it.
Oh, their voice. This is one of the second sites we helped to fund and that we still fund.
You have such a good voice.
I want to know what's your dream? What's your dream?
I'm scattered around. I wanted to be an architect. I love architecture. I'd also want to do literature. As in be a literature professor. I love language and philosophy also.
You know, is there someone that you would want to meet?
Maya Angelou. She is the greatest.
She's amazing.
Everything I do, I want to make a difference. Through my music, I want to touch people. Through my poetry, I want to heal people. And hopefully one day I'll create my own charity foundation where I help people. You know, my plan of being happy is knowing that someone else has a meal to eat before they go to sleep.
The one dream I have is it's to be a father, to be a good father. Because I know that in life I am actually going to achieve. I just want to be the perfect father. I had a perfect father. That's where I actually drew some inspiration from. Because my father actually married my mom. My mom was actually disabled. She was blind. But the love that my father gave to my mother, it actually inspired me a lot to love and to love and show love at no cost.
I'm so thankful to sit here and speak with you today. I mean, I feel like I understand more from your perspective, you know, and just sitting here and hearing your stories and just seeing how strong you are and how courageous you are. And I mean, we're all vulnerable too, but still inside, you know, there's a fire that burns and nothing is going to take that away from you. Sometimes I feel like I don't belong anywhere. As the sun sets over Soweto, I'm sitting there thinking about talking with my people yesterday. Talking with my people. And we had fun, we talked, you know, talked about things that teenagers talk about, that my people talk about, my generation talks about. And they were strong, smart, knew what they wanted, you know, knew where they wanted to go, focused. I'll tell you one thing though, they're gonna make it through it. And they're gonna have something serious to say. They're gonna change the world. We're gonna change the world. And I felt proud that that was my generation. So this is my generation.